Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into our channel. I'm Louis.
I'm Megan.
And we're going to tell you guys about a theme that we both like.
So a couple of months back, we had a client that came in and she had a venue, but she didn't have a theme. She knew what color scheme she wanted, but she didn't really know in what direction she wanted to go with as far as the color scheme. We get this a lot. A lot of our clients usually come in with beautiful venues or different locations, but they don't really know what to do because they feel like the venue itself and the architecture at the venue really could affect the theme. And that is true.
Yeah, as decorators, sometimes we get faced with some locations which might need a facelift, but this was one that definitely didn't. And we didn't want to transform or cover any of the beauty that it already had. We wanted to enhance it. And I think we did a pretty good job.
I think so. Now the Colonnade is known for having a very unique architecture. It has a circular ballroom, which is not common here. Most ballrooms are rectangular. She wanted to make sure that the beauty of the ballroom was upheld as well as the architecture around the walls and all that kind of stuff. So we decided to go with the Marie Antoinette theme for her event.
Yeah, the color scheme was going to be basically kind of going around the color gold, or white, pink for sure, with touches of blue.
Yeah, with light touches of blue here and there. She wanted it more as an accent color. Now, to her, the most important thing of the event that she kept specifying over and over again was the flowers. Flowers from the beginning of the event till the end of the event.
Even the cake had flowers.
Oh yeah, definitely the cake.
Yeah, it was a beautiful event. It's one of those events that you remember for a lifetime. For us and for the client, I'm sure for everybody that went to the party. But it was definitely very nice.
Yeah, it was one of those events that the hotel staff, the guests at the event, and the guests at the hotel themselves, they could not stop, to take pictures. They couldn't stop to look at everything. Also, the uniqueness of this event was that it's not very common, but we do get it sometimes, that some of our quinceañeras do have ceremonies.
We tried to do it a little bit different at the beginning when we did the planning part. We wanted to add sofas, add cocktail tables, kind of make it more
loungy.
Yeah, less ceremony feel. But in the end, it kind of ended up going in that direction, and it looked great. It looked beautiful. It was
yeah,
nice.
Of course. The client wanted more of a traditional feel. She felt like, the lounge thing wasn't as comfortable for her guests, which is completely understandable. We still did a couple of aspects of the ceremony a little differently than you would do a traditional wedding ceremony because, again, we wanted to make sure that it looked like a quinceañera and not like a wedding.
The stairway, which is right by the ceremony, was amazing. It took a lot of work. And it took, I think I saw about 6 people at one point working on that stairway and putting flowers. Yeah, it was beautiful though. It was definitely worth every effort that was put into it.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest statement pieces of the night. Funny enough, we actually had a bride that was walking down the stairs that was getting married the next day who wanted to actually keep the florals for herself because she saw that they were there and she thought they were absolutely stunning. But it was over a 6-hour process trying to get every little detail done, trying to get the florals to stay in place. When you're dealing with that much of flowers, water, and all that kind of stuff, it can get a little tricky.
Yeah. So one of the other parts that we did was we basically flanked the entrance with our 2 big filigrees that are gold and black. Kind of like, I don't say gold and black, but I would say like golden. And they're very beautiful because they're huge and they really tied into that event, that theme. I don't know if you anything else?
No, I really liked them. I also felt like it helped mark that entranceway because, again, being that the venue is so unique, it could be a little bit complicated to try to see, after the ceremony, what direction the guests were supposed to go in. So by adding the filigrees at the entrance, it was a nice touch, just enough to let the guests know that that's where the reception was taking place, but not something that overpowered the rest of the decor that was going on.
So the flowers inside the ballroom were amazing. They were huge. Those arrangements, they had to be made on site. So that way, due to the transportation and bringing them into the ballroom, they wouldn't break any stems or anything. And it took a lot of manpower, not only to get the flowers there, but also to create them, put them together, and then get them onto those centerpieces, which were tall and huge. The fountain was also a challenge.
The fountain was probably the funniest and funnest part for me. Having to actually put a ladder inside the fountain to get that massive arrangement inside it. And then obviously while you're transporting and moving the florals, there's always a little bit of retouching that has to be done. So a couple of wet shoes in there were involved as well.
Yeah, but in the end, I mean, it came out beautiful. There was an excess of flowers, but it didn't feel like it was too much. It just felt like it was right. And for the ballroom, and because of the height of the ballroom, it just looked like those are the type like those are the type of arrangements that belong in a pretty safe time.
Yeah, the Colonnade is a beautiful venue, but definitely when working there, we always strongly suggest to our clients the taller the better, just because it's such a high ceiling that sometimes little arrangements can get a little lost. When she came in, the first thing she stated was that she wanted flowers everywhere, from the centerpieces to her stage to even her cake table, which her cake table was probably second, if not first piece of wow factor in that event. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was 10 stories.
10
stories. Like, yeah, it was awesome. It was huge. And it had flowers from the top all the way to the bottom.
So, definitely a statement piece right there.
So one of the things that we loved and we wanted to bring into this theme or this event was like the Paris Opera House. We wanted to bring that feel to that ballroom, and so we added 2 stages on opposite sides of the main stage to kind of to have the band on one side and we had the piano on the other.
Yes.
And the middle stage was beautiful.
Yeah, the middle stage definitely was the most important factor because that's where she was actually going to be coming out of. Also, another unique part of this event was that our quinceanera was actually singing and performing a song as well as playing a piano. And as Lewis mentioned, one of the stages were holding an actual piano for her so she could go ahead and play a song later in the evening. So for the center stage, we took one of our marbled gazebos and placed that in the center. And of course, did a beautiful grand floral arrangement off the top of it.
And it really fit that room perfect. It almost looks like it belongs there. And I think that was actually like one of the things that we were going for. And when you achieve that, it's a real like good feeling, you know, like to see how it all came together and got really like seamlessly put.
Yeah, everything in that event kind of clicked into place slowly, you know, starting off from the florals to the centerpieces themselves. The client also decided to go with a unique linen. We did a custom linen for her that she ended up choosing, and just along with the charger plates and everything, just when you saw it all together and the lights were dimmed and the lighting was lit, it was honestly a show-stopping room.
Yeah, she even requested gold flatware, which we got, and it really did look amazing in the setting.
Oh, and the gold goblets as well, because
Absolutely.
she wanted her goblets to match flatware as well.
We want to give a special thanks to Will of Power Parties. He provided the lighting for the room. The lighting was beautiful. It really enhanced every part of the stage as well as the walls.
And we also like to give thanks to the Hotel Colonnade for being an awesome help that day, because bringing in buckets and buckets of flowers and having to work on site is no easy feat. So thank you for their cooperation and helping in building such an amazing event.
We hope you guys loved the theme and how this event came out.
If you have anything to say, leave it in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. We definitely love the feedback in the comments.
We look forward to the next video. Bye.
Bye.